pro-life and pro-choice, they are compatible. Let me try to convince you of this. We are all pro-life, and almost all of us are pro-choice. Pro-life, no sane person wants to kill an innocent human. Okay? That just doesn't happen. No sane person gives me the right to kill you. We don't kill puppies. We certainly don't kill innocent humans who are around us who have nothing bad that they've done to us. Baby hasn't done anything. Baby is a mild burden, and only to somebody who chooses to call the baby a burden. I'll get to that later. So we are pro-life. We prefer life to death. And I believe this is pretty darn universal, that we ascribe to the theory, don't harm innocent people. I mean, this is an offshoot of the medical oath. This is the libertarian creed. This is the Judeo-Christian code. And from what I understand of other religions, this is the code of Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and most tenets of atheism. Most strands of atheism. Few exceptions out there. So this is a belief of 99 point something %. Don't kill, don't harm innocent people. Let's dissect that. Don't is easy. Don't. Harm, fairly easy. Look, we know harm. There are some exceptions where it's okay to harm. When somebody has been or is an aggressor, they deserve to be harmed back. Either harmed physically or harmed by being restricted and put in prison. Innocent. A little harder to define. So there are some people who are not innocent. Those who have gone to war against you. Those who have raped. Those who have committed armed robbery, maimed. They deserve to be harmed. And in the case of rape, maybe castrated. Certainly imprisoned for a long time. Harm has been the argument of some who feel restricted in their ability to do what they want while pregnant. They might even cite, but Mark, you would imprison some people who do harm and you're harming me. Ah, big difference. You are about to kill. The law gives us the right to stop people about to kill. So the final definition, people. And whether a in utero child is in the category of people bedevils some of us. It shouldn't. Let's go through the definitions of where a human is a human. And I'll start at the internal within the uterus versus minutes later outside the uterus. No difference in the form of the child. No difference in the cognitive abilities of the child. Minutes later, child still connected to an umbilical cord outside the woman versus in. I see no distinction. So some people see a distinction at viability. All right, 6, 7 months into a pregnancy, a baby that can live on its own maybe deserves the total protection of the state, but those before those 6 months don't deserve the protection. Viability is a terrible argument, though, because even a 2-year-old is not viable. Can't live on its own either. A 2-year-old without adult supervision will starve. Even right after birth, some babies are in a plastic bubble for a few days. They have that protection, medically shielded. Not very different from the amniotic sac that's been protecting a baby for the last 9 months. There is not enough of a clear distinction. Let me give you one that is a little more clear, but would never be findable by us humans. A time during gestation when God implants a soul. I don't think we will ever find that time. I would adhere to that distinction if it were findable. Let me give another place. The place where a baby can feel pain versus before that time. Well, that's not very good because that's a sign, it's observation, okay? Our observation, and we know in lives of adults, you can't observe pain all the time. Last time I did a video like this, I was in pain. You wouldn't know it. I had kidney stones. Pain is external. We can't tell. So you got to bring it back to a clear definition, and the only clear one of human is at conception. We know when egg and sperm have united. And from then on, it seems like a baby should be protected. The harm that is done is zero in protecting the baby for 9 months. During that time, a woman can live a beautiful life, do a wonderful thing for maybe herself, maybe to adopting parents. A law restricting abortion keeps a woman from nothing, okay? Everything possible is still available. All of her choices are still available except to kill. So a slight group of people, runway models, might have to take time off. Although there's a lot of modeling agencies that like photographing pregnant women. They've got clothing for them. They want to sell baby carriages. So there's still a career there even for you. Call the baby a blessing. Think of the baby as a blessing, and there is zero harm to counterbalance the death that you and a doctor are causing. If there's even a little bit of harm, you want to find some restrictive harm that feels imprisoning, it is far outweighed by the harm to that baby who is so restricted that it's about to be murdered. Ladies and gentlemen, the pro-life argument is very strong. I will talk about the pro-choice aspect next.